I've been doing parkour and flips for about 7 years now, and over that time I've learned over 100 different types of flips. So today I'm gonna share with you my journey of learning parkour, as well as talk about what I've learned over all of these years. So I started my whole kind of parkour journey when I was 9 years old, and that's when I started learning like my first flips. Actually, it was a little while after that, because when you do parkour you don't start learning flips for a while, at least not when you go to a proper, parkour gym. They teach you how to like move your body first and whatever. So learning parkour, I was kind of introduced to the more simple flips, so like back flip, front flip, side flip, stuff like that. Simple flips. None are really simple. Believe it or not though, these easier flips were by far the hardest for me to learn, because getting used to that novel feeling of flipping over yourself is very difficult when you first start. Like, I'm sure if you found this channel, you already do flips, or you started learning them, so you kind of know that feeling. It's not the easiest of things, but I was able to learn these basic flips within like a year or two of doing parkour, and I'm pretty sure I still have videos of me first landing them. After learning these kind of easier flips, I moved on to more intermediate stuff, so like full, corkscrew, butterfly twist, even double full, stuff like that. And when I first started learning my twists, like back fulls specifically, they actually came pretty easy. Well, kind of. It took me a while to learn them still, but relative to like a gymnast, they came really easy, because in gymnastics, the way you're taught to do a back full, which by the way is a 360 backflip if you're new, the way they teach you to do it is to jump up like a backflip and then wait till you're like halfway through the flip to start twisting. And if you're young and weak, then it's a lot harder, because you need a lot of height to properly do a back twist like that. But with the tricker form, basically you're twisting before you're even off the ground. Like, you jump towards your shoulder and you're already halfway through your twist by the time you've jumped. So because I learned it like that, I actually got my twist pretty quick within like 3 years of starting. I actually made a whole video about me learning my standing back full, which I put on YouTube. But unfortunately I deleted that channel, which I'm really bummed about. But yeah, what are you gonna do? I still have the thumbnail for the video though. I'll throw that up on screen right now. I think my thumbnails have gotten better since then, but I don't know. Anyway, after I learned my standing full, I was good enough at twisting to start working on my double full on floor. And I remember this was one of my dream tricks for the longest time. I worked at that shit like crazy, and I landed it when I was around like 13 or 14, and damn, I was freaking stoked about that. Like, to this day, I'm pretty sure there's not a single trick that I've wanted that bad and gotten. I've always been a baby when it comes to learning flips, but specifically with apparatus flips. These are flips where you're jumping off of an object, so wall flips, bar flips, so like when you're swinging on a bar and you do a flip, it's called a flyaway. Castaways, stuff like that, I was always super scared of. So I landed my double full before I even learned my flyaway, which to any of you that already do flips, you know the stuff. You know that's pretty stupid. Because of this, I didn't really bother learning many of them, and I definitely did not take them outside, but I learned a couple when I was younger. The ones I learned were like wall flip, and then inwards wall side, and I think gate flip, and that was it. Those are the only ones I really learned. But this was the time when I actually stopped doing flips for about 2 years, because when I was younger, I had a bunch of friends that I trained with, but unfortunately they all left the sport. So I carried on training alone for a little bit. But honestly, when you're doing pretty much anything, if you're the only one doing it and you don't have any like friends kind of doing it with you, no one to check in with, no one to talk with about it, it really gets boring. For some reason in 2023, that spark for doing flips just came right back, probably because COVID was just about over and I could actually go to the parkour gym again. Unfortunately, taking a 2-year break from flips will make you lose quite a lot of what you had. So I spent probably the first couple of months just regaining my old stuff. The only kind of good thing about this was that I was way stronger than I had been when I was training initially, because I just got older. So that made learning flips a lot easier. So around this time, like in the last year, I started learning a lot of the old tricks that I never been able to, stuff that just required a little more strength, maybe a little more better technique. I just said more better, and I feel really stupid. I've gotten castaway. I've gotten really consistent double flips on trampoline, 540 kick, rise, touchdown rise, hero flip, double back flip, and kind of triple full. Not really. That one's coming soon, but I'm counting that into the 100 because, I technically landed it once, so that counts. After learning all those flips, basically, I've learned that hard work pays off, which is true to pretty much any skill, but, I don't know.